being able to do something that you're passionate about and that you enjoy, it's just such a blessing. It's such a gift, and I never take that for granted.
Hi, Regina.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Great performance
Thank
in When the
you.
Bough Breaks. I
Thank
really
you.
loved you in that film.
Thank you so
You
much.
showed so much strength.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I had a good husband.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
And Jazz was great because she's so much craziness and sweetness, and so there was so much to work off of in the movie.
So what was it like working with Jazz in this film?
Jazz was great. I mean, Morris got to see a lot of her spiraling in a way that I did not, in the movie. But it was great to watch someone so young, be able to play a role that was so compelling and layered. And we had a great time, and to watch her come in and not, Morris and I knew each other, and she didn't know anyone, but to watch herself, become a part of the family and take on a role that's that ambitious at that age. It's pretty remarkable. We'd like you to stay here with us in our guest house, and we'd like you to take some time off of work. We'll pay you whatever you were making.
We'll get your car so you don't feel trapped. You can come and go as you please.
Are you serious?
Yes, we talked about it, and we just feel more comfortable knowing that you're here, at least most of the time.
And knowing that you're safe. Now, you are doing this incredible thing for us. It's the least we can do. Let us do something nice for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So tell me, how did you end up with the role?
The executive at the studio called and said, I have a script and I think you'd be great. And I had never done anything like that. And I read it and loved the script, and he had told me Morris would be the husband. And they had not found who would be the surrogate. And so kind of finding out who that was, and John Cassar was directing, and I thought he was amazing. So just all the parts came together so well.
So what did you like most about filming in New Orleans?
The thing I didn't need to like, the food. Same thing everybody loves about New Orleans, it's the bread pudding. It's all the food, man. New Orleans is great. I mean, it was great because it wasn't summer, so it was cool, so we weren't dealing with the extreme heat, but the people in New Orleans are really, really kind, and I just thought it was a perfect character for the movie. Like, you felt like it was like being in New Orleans was part of the movie.
And so with your character, how much of her, or what are the similarities between you and she?
I mean, I do think I'm strong. I've certainly been through losses like Laura has, and you try not to let those define you, even though they affect you. And I think she's someone who is who doesn't give up and is determined, and she's passionate about her work. I'm passionate about mine. So, and she's committed. I'm committed. So I think there are a lot of things in her, in the essence of her, the character that are similar to Regina.
And Regina, what are some of your driving passions now?
I have to say, like, as I've gotten older, I'm really much more conscious of, what is my connection to the planet and to people on the planet. And I'm really passionate about making both of those better. I'm really passionate about, my connection to God and where that service lies, and kind of really understanding that you're blessed to be a blessing. So I think those probably drive me more than anything. And then, always trying to hear the voice of discernment about what to do. So I think that's really kind of exciting for me, you know. Instead of waiting to see what I'm going to do next, I get to wait to see what God's going to do next. I always kind of mess it up.
Very nice, very nice. So what keeps you motivated to keep going and just keep things up?
I mean, I really do love what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think anybody else would give me a job now. They'd be like, "You haven't been in the workforce in 20 years." I wouldn't know what else to do. I have no work experience. I could probably teach an acting class. That would be it. But I really do love what I do, and I think, being able to do something that you're passionate about and that you enjoy, it's just such a blessing. Mm-hmm. It's such a gift, and I never take that for granted. And I never take for granted that, I'm still able to work, and I've been able to work, a lot of times when women get older and they're in their 40s, you start to think, is that good or bad? But I think now, as I've gotten older, like I feel like I know it's always a cliche to see you getting better, but I will say there's so much wisdom that comes with it that you just, you are honored when you realize it's something to be embraced. And so that keeps me going too, so that there can be images of women, of all ages and types, and that are there for young women, so that we don't have to be afraid of that in our society, because we're kind of bombarded with images of youth, so that we can know that there's beauty in the process of getting older.
So I'm a woman in my 40s. When do you feel that you're in your 40s? Because I still feel like I'm very young.
I don't think you ever feel it. At least my mother says I don't. She's like, "Regina, when you gonna grow up?" I was like, "When you do, Mama." I don't know. The spirit is timeless. Mm-hmm. So I don't think you can define that in a number. I mean, mm-hmm. I have friends who they've hit their 40s and 50s, and I've watched dreams, magic happen in their lives. Yeah. I've watched them bud into new people. So I don't, and still keep, all the joy of their youth, mm-hmm. That part which is timeless. So I don't know. I mean, I look forward to it. Mm-hmm. I know I'm a lot less crazy. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was never that crazy, but I mean, I know there's a real comfort in your skin, and there's a comfort in being okay with who you are, the good and the bad, and mm-hmm. knowing that there really is no such thing. There's just the parts that maybe need a little more attention, the more fragile parts.
So you said you were in the workforce 20 years ago. What were you doing?
Trying to get out the workforce. I was waiting tables. I wasn't really ever in the workforce. Mm-hmm. I don't even have the experience from then, so mm-hmm. that really wouldn't get a job. Mm-hmm. This has to work at this point. I was waiting tables. I was a student, and then I was waiting tables. Mm-hmm. I mean, mm-hmm. that's what we do, because that's how you audition. So, no, I had a job. Duh, I had like 10 jobs, but I was a professor. Mm. I mean, I don't think anybody would hire me now, but I was a professor at the College of New Rochelle in New York.
Really? What were you teaching?
I was teaching in the journalism department. I was teaching in the communications department. I was teaching oral communications, like body language, and like writing and essays, and that was fun. I actually had fun, and I had but the classes were 4 hours, mm-hmm. one day a week, so I could teach 3 classes one day a week, and I still had time to audition and grade papers. Mm-hmm. That happened when I kept getting fired from waitressing, because I wasn't that good at waitressing.
So what excites you most now?
I'm excited. I'm still excited about work. I'm now looking to try and think about, how to, bring other projects to life, producing now, which I'd love to do. I have a little doggy business that I'm trying to get off the ground, mm-hmm. which is actually exciting. It's scary to kind of build your own business, but I have someone who did it, and I look at her and I'm like, oh, it worked. So that reminds me to keep going. Mm-hmm. And she's got offices all over now.
So what's your doggy business?
It's going to be a lifestyle brand for dogs. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're starting with doggy bags. It's cute. I mean, it's weird because Had a dog until this one, and I love this dog so much. It's so disgusting. He's like so disgustingly rotten, and he's like too big to be rotten because he's a bulldog, but perfect.
What's your bulldog's name?
Zeus.
Zeus. So you've had Zeus for a while.
I have. It's been almost 11 years now. I know. Zeus is. People now are looking for Zeus when they see me.
So tell me, what are you doing for Labor Day, you and Zeus? What are plans?
We're going to sleep. My mother's going to be here. My mother already asked me, what are we doing? And I was like, nothing. But now that my mom's here, maybe we'll grill or something. I mean, she's not going to let me sit. So we'll be doing something. Maybe we'll go to the beach and do something fun. But I haven't made the plans yet. I actually just got back in town yesterday. No, Thursday night. So I'll be making them. I'll be deciding like this week what we're going to do for Labor Day. It's kind of, it's a nice time to celebrate, the end of summer, the beginning of fall. It's kind of, it feels like new, the fall is, spring and fall feel like very like new beginning-ish, And plus it's about to get cold soon, so I really have to enjoy the fall before it turns into winter.
Oh, so you experienced what winter feels like here in LA, or?
I feel like lately I've been here for the winters in LA when it rains, but I go home back east to see my mom, and sometimes I'm working. And if I'm working in the winter in the cold, it's hard. I feel like I must have been from a warm, I've got warm climate genes. Like I don't have cold genes in my body, but I kind of love all the seasons. We don't get them in the extreme that other places do, but I do enjoy all the seasons.
What about leisurely travel for fun? Like you have something on your bucket list?
On my bucket list, I have like 10 things on my bucket list. I want to go to Greece. I think I really want to go to Geneva. Everyone says it's great. I want to go. There's so many places I want to go. I want to go to the Maldives. There's so many places. I mean, Italy. I've always wanted to go. There's so many places I want to travel. Parts of Africa that I haven't been to. Like, I'd love to go to Cape Town. There's so many places. It's like the world is huge. I don't even, I don't know how I could get there in a lifetime, but it would be fun. I mean, I just even think of places here in the U.S. that I haven't visited that have all these amazing, sites and things that there are to see. So I'd love to travel. And I don't get to see anything when I work, because you go to work.
That's right. You're working involved. What's your fitness regimen like?
I can tell you what it was like 2 months ago. I always kind of switch. Like at one point I did yoga, then I was cycling. Now I do both. Now I kind of do cycling, and I hurt my back for yoga, cycling, and I have a trainer who I love, who's so great. I'm always like, I don't want to do another rep, and he's like, Regina, but he's great, and I love hiking. I try to stay active and make sure that I'm doing something. It's hard. I'm not as consistent when I'm shooting something because I am a little bit obsessive over sleep. So whereas some people are like, they'll get up at 4 in the morning before a 7 o'clock call to work out, I will sleep till 6:30. I'll take those 2.5 hours and not work out. But when I'm home, I definitely do love to work out.
And so you enjoy hiking?
I enjoy hiking. Yeah, I do. I like being outside in nature. It's kind of nice. I like Pilates a lot too. I think I like anything. I just kind of do a few. I might do something for, a few months or a year, and then go to something else just to keep moving.
What has been your most adventurous hiking experience?
I did this thing called the Ranch 4.0, and it's 4 days of hiking. I think the first day is 4 miles, and the second is 4 hours, and the second is 7 or 8, and the third day is 10, and the last day is about 13 hours. Miles, sorry, not hours, miles. Yeah, 4 miles, 7, and then 10 miles, and then 13 miles. That was pretty, I don't remember whose name I cursed and how many names I called them in my head. But after I did it, I was so exhilarated, and it felt great because it is truly a testament to will, to the human will, and then it's kind of, you forget what it's like to be that immersed in nature, and it's pretty amazing. We're so busy in the world with technology and our phones, but You know, for those hours, none of that is existing. You're just in the elements, and you're appreciating, you know, just all of, you know, really life and God's kind of most delightful things, and you're not distracted from it. So it's a great reminder. So I love that. But it was really trying at the time because I had blisters and I was so mad. I was like, these people should be shut down. Who tells someone to hike for 14 miles? I'm not going to make it. And then when you make it, boy, you feel, it must be how women feel when they have babies. Like, you're so proud of yourself. You're like, wow, I did that. Like, I did that. So it was great.
All right, here's my last question.
Okay.
What's your dream role or project?
I don't know. I think Leonardo DiCaprio's in it, though. That's the one thing I know.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.